Hi there, welcome to the Tomb of Illumination. Just a quick video regarding the free energy we have within our earthly system and how you can all understand it once you understand the flat earth model. If you've been watching my videos, you'd get to understand the whole flat earth model and how the energy is created. Regarding the central vortex, the build-up on the metaphysical build-up of the magnetic fields on the southern side of the tropic Capricorn and the northern side tropic. This is a donut. The whole it's a donut with the center core there, where creation is, that is creation. That then creates our created realm, the realm we live in. We cannot get into that space there. So it's a donut all the way around. There's the south build up here and the north here. So from there, from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Cancer all the way around, this is all the centre north pole, you could say, and the south pole all around the perimeter. Well, so you might want to check out my earlier videos so I don't have to go too deep. But it's what's happening up through the middle here. Get another coloured pen. You've got the hydrogen molecule, energized hydrogen molecule coming from the subterranean ducts that have come down via the plasma sun that's created back here. It's a long story. You need to understand the whole flat earth system. It gets dropped down here, it's sucked under the earth and comes along and up through here, right? And at the same time we have the system coming up here, flowing down here, along here, flowing down here. And there's some, because the hydrogen molecule, as it rises up through the tropics, through the atmosphere here, it's expanding. Okay, so you've got to imagine this gap in our physical realm is a blown up image of what's created back here. You see it's created like a vortex. It's basically showing us here how the molecule is expanding. Everything expands as it rises and then it gets shredded. So the hydrogen molecule is coming up through here, expanding in the atmosphere, is where science gets their idea of space, because it's just getting less and less pressure and must go into a vacuum, which is basically what it's doing. Going into a vacuum is how we know it, and it's changing its states as it goes up to the layers through ionization and electrical storms, all sorts of stuff in the tropics here. This is all described if you look into tritium and deuterium. Okay, so I thought, well, this tritium deuterium, they must be bonding that to create this nuclear fusion, which is what they are. So you think there's a bonding. There's all to do with the hydrogen molecule that I've explained, and they've got all their science terminologies, which I don't know too much about. I just know in practical sense how it all works. So I know what they're up to. So he comes up here, and there's a bonding here. And this cross is also described in religion, because the religious story is all physics. And astrotheology, they're sort of telling you, long story, but anyway, there's the cross, so there's a bonding. When this is coming up here, you can get this bonding through here once it all becomes shredded. The hydrogen molecule is shredded, separating it, giving you the deuterium, tritium, and there's other forms of the hydrogen, isotopes they call them, isotopes. And there's bonding. This bond ends up getting flowed over to here into the actual real sun, the plasma we do not see, in this tight magnetic field. Well, I'm just sitting there trying to figure out how to get my free power from the atmosphere and the earthing And look what I came up with. Well, let's draw a picture. Bad art, but you know. What does that look like? And let's say stem comes off and goes down here. And there's the ground. And then you go like this. Well, there's nature right there, right? There's nature. Well, what you do, this is the North Pole. Just like I've shown here, the centre north. Here's the south. South is in many places. Because all a reflection of the north. It's just the opposing pole. It's the returning field. It's that you could say that's one magnetic cycle. One magnetic cycle. 2-to-3 ratio, or a Fibonacci, or a golden ratio. They're all close enough. And what's this down here? Well, in nature, what do we have? We have in celestial bodies, we have the sun. There's the sun. So I could say there's the sunflower. Well, where's the moon? There's the moon. This represents the moon. The leaf. It's the harmonic oscillator. Everything is about resonance, frequency in our realm. That's what gives us the colour spectrum. And what's the sun? The sun is the hermaphrodite, where the two forces of nature come together. You have a force that comes up here off the earth, the magnetic field. Then you have the electromagnetic force that comes over into the sun this way, created between the two capacitor plates of the tropics. So there you have this one come out and meets there. This is the Milky Way. Like the octopus, there's the sun. They come together and meet. And just, which is actually the black hole there too, and it creates the black hole. Once the plasma is created, it creates the black hole. It creates the hole. And then it becomes self-sufficient. It's all self-feeding. So here's it right here in nature, everybody. This is Earth. That's Earth. The earthing peg, you could say. Earthing peg, you could say there's phase and neutral. Coming into your house when you've got to bring up an earth into your house to create this power. They tell them this other story about the earthing going, if you get an electric shock, it shoots back to there. There's that other bit to it, but that's not the issue. This is it here. So there you have it, everyone. Vibration, resonance, frequency. Harmonic oscillator. Oscillator. Oh, I can't spell, but anyway. Oscillator. Oscillator. There. Right there in your faces, everybody. Bring that down into running water. Make it even better. Because that's what's happening with the Earth system. It's coming from the running water. Look, T-section, the whole Jesus story. Because once these two pairings, you know, you've got pairing in physics, haven't you? Well, look deep and you probably find it's all connected to this. So this is where I assume the deuterium and tritium are pairing to go over to create the helium, or rise up to make helium here, which comes over to feed the plasma sun. Okay? What more can I say? So, see what happens here is this rising field comes up via the sun or past the sun, comes over, comes down here, goes along, and then comes up this way. And then Oh yeah, it comes up this way, then goes back down this way to go back up through here. That's the powerhouse. This is like secondary to that. So you've got the powerhouse feeding up, coming down here, and then comes around here going to the weaker force, because it's had to move way up there. That's a weaker force. Then it goes back to the powerhouse to get regenerated, back to the sun to start over again. Okay? But always realise there's always a dual system. It's always a counter force. So there's something going that way, there's something going that way. And this is all here in that one picture, that flower. Magnetic cycle to the golden ratio, Fibonacci. So you create your own power, everybody. So one way I thought of doing it, I obviously haven't done any of this yet, but you've got your metal plate and a metal plate, put in your magnet, say that's the South Pole, put your magnet on here, North Pole, but follow this ratio, follow the ratios, like the North and South Pole. The North Pole is way more energy than the South Pole. It's a strong force and a weak force. So there has to be this maybe 2 to 3 ratio between the strength of these. Okay? And then what have we got? We've got the earthing peg or rod. And what I imagined is, well, that's one system. That's one. The other one would be well, maybe it's the same as that, but you have the ring magnet is fixed here, spinning. So you have to have your say the leaves, you have to have your wings. This has got to spin. Somehow you have to allow this to spin. So that goes north, south, north, south, north, south, north, south. And you can figure out how you get your wiring off there, because I'm not an electrical engineer, but it's a foundation. Okay, it's a spinning ring magnet. Changing magnetic field gives you a current, doesn't it? See this situation here. See this harmonic oscillator, the resonance, gives the properties of the flower, the shape of the flower. See, everything we see in nature has its own resonant frequency. You know? And all they do is talk about atoms, but it's all about harmonics, resonant frequencies. You've seen it on those harmonic plates and creating images with sound, but it's all the same thing. There's a real basic lesson here for people to understand the nature of our realm. You don't get in school, certainly not told by the people who run this world. They don't really want you to know, because they want to keep all the secrets to themselves so they can charge you for everything. Take your tax dollars, build it all, and then charge you to use it. It's ridiculous. But you have to understand the flat earth system. If you think you live on a spinning ball, you're going nowhere. You're just dead meat. You're going through the cycle of this life as just nothing. You're just a wasted piece of meat. You're going to die. You're going to have to come back and go all through it again. And you're going to keep doing it until you wake up and see the truth for what it is. But you don't find it unless you're seeking it. So all you people out there aren't seeking it, you're just dead meat. Wasted space, actually. Okay? Bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, sign up. Look into my Patreon page to get some more information on this sort of thing. Put a likes up and subscribe. Cheers.